Hi everyone, it's Sue again. It's been a little while. I have posted a video that I took ages ago and thought I had put up of a swap that I did with the lovely Kerry. So if you wanted to check that out, she sent me a beautiful journal. But today I'm here to share with you my design team project for Shabbydabbydoodah, for Tina at Shabbydabbydoodah. I was one of the lucky contenders to get accepted onto her design team, and which was very exciting for me. So this is my design team project for June. And I have used, I'll just show you, Blossom Blush. I'll put the link to Tina's Etsy shop and her YouTube channel down below. Beautiful colours, absolutely gorgeous colours. These are all the bits and pieces that I've got left over. I did print some items twice, and on paper, fabric and cardstock, so that's why, I mean, you get so much in the kit anyway, so there's so much more there for me to be able to use. So once again, this one is called Blossom Blush, and the gorgeous colours that Tina's used really inspired me to, because they were so soft and calming. I decided that I wanted to give my hand at a fabric journal, like fully fabric, not just the cover. So this is what I've come up with. So as you can see, it's all similar sort of colours, and that's it on the back. I've done a little bit of stamping on calico, lots of lace, lots of doilies, lots of trim, beautiful soft colours. Here on the sari silk ruffle, I've just added a little postcard charm, and S for Shabbydabbydoodah. Whoever decides that they would like to purchase this journal, I will put their initial on there. I also have some of the printable from Blossom Blush here that I've printed onto fabric, and then I've sewn that onto the cover there as well. So the closure is just with some beautiful blush pink seam binding, and I've just added a pearl charm onto that, and it just goes around this vintage button here that I've sewn on as well, and that just closes it all up. Let me just make sure that I'm on frame. Once again, I'm in a new workspace, so different setup for filming again, and I apologise if it's a little bit shadowy. It is overcast and it's just on dark here, so I'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's not too bad, like the shadowing's not too bad. So here we go, guys. It's great to be back, and hopefully you'll see a little bit more of me from now on in. So as I said, this is all fabric, and some of the tags and embellishments that I've used are actually, I've printed onto cardstock. So we'll go inside. So you can see it's all quite pliable. So each cover that I've done, so this cover I've backed with calico, and this inside cover I've backed with calico, so it's all quite firm, like it's not going, certainly not going to fall apart. It's sewn together so many times. And the cover, I was inspired by Andrea at Artie Mays. She did some larger snippets, and I think she cut about 4-inch strips of fabric. I just tore my strips, and as you can see, they are certainly not straight because I wanted it to be quite organic. So what I did was I then joined some strips together, and then that made this beautiful cover. I'll just try and find, so lay that out so you can actually see the detail in the cover there. Really happy with the way it came out. I've got all these beautiful scraps of fabric which I've been able to use up a little bit, so that's always a bonus as well. So yes, sorry, and on the inside I've put page ends. These are, once again, are all fabric, 100% cotton quality quilting fabric. It's 2 signatures. The spine's about 2 inches, approximately 2 inches wide, and they're all sewn in. So on this first page here, this is actually printed onto fabric that I've sewn in the page. This is all part of Tina's kit here. So this bit here I've actually printed onto card, and then I've stamped a silhouette of a lady on there, so it looks a little bit like a mirror. This is also part of the kit that I've printed onto fabric, sewn on, and just an old doily, bit of seam binding to decorate. As you see, all the threads are still hanging. If you know my style, I like that style. They can all, I've purposely done that because I wanted it to be really organic and rustic looking, I guess. So you can trim these back. They're not going to go anywhere because these pages are all either zigzag stitched or double stitched. So you can keep cutting until they stop unraveling, but I just like that look. So this next page, I've cut down one of those snippets that I made and made it into a pocket. And these are some elements from the kit, the Blossom Blush kit as well. So it's just a postcard. Everything's backed with coffee dyed or tea dyed paper, and I've sewn around it. And then this is just a piece of silk that I've sewn on there as a ruffle, and a little bit of pearl bling. This is one of Tina's pieces as well out of the kit, and I've just embossed that, as you can see on the back, just to give it a little bit of texture, and then just lightly inked over the top of it. This piece here is an old pillowcase that I had and haven't used for ages, and it just went with the theme, so that was a good find. So this is another piece of one of the snippets that I've made into a pocket as well. A little bit of doily. I've stamped some script writing onto the back of that, onto that calico. This is one of the items out of the kit, and I've just done stamped on some calico and then sewn that onto some script fabric, and then stuck that onto that beautiful little journaling card there. And this is just a little faux postcard that I've made, so it opens up and you've got lots of extra journaling space there as well. So this page is one of my favorites. It's just so soft and beautiful. So this is a beautiful Tilda fabric that I've used in the back here. These elements here and these flowers as well are all out of the kit, and I've printed them onto fabric and sewn them onto the fabric page. Same thing here again. I've stamped a word onto calico, sewn it all onto script fabric, and then sewn it onto the page. I just added a little garment pin there with a little pearl. This is the back side of that page that had the pocket. So the snippet pocket again. I've just got a doily there, the script fabric, and then another piece from the kit that's been printed onto fabric as well. I've inked around them a little bit too, just to grunge them up a little bit. This is just a piece, an index card that I had tea dyed, and I just embossed that, cut it out, did a little tag, a little label out of the kit as well, added a little piece of a doily underneath there. So you can still use that as a journaling card or add a photo. So it's just a nice little decoration there, and just a journaling card there as well. The colours are just so beautiful, just right up my alley. I love those sort of colours. So here I've just done a top tuck, and this is actually an antique lace. This one here at the back, it's over 100 years old, so that's really beautiful. Just a doily and another piece out of the kit that I've put onto fabric as well. As I said, it's a top tuck, and I've just made a little matchbox book here with some pearl trim and lace, and I've just torn some random bits of paper that I had left over. And that's one of the full background pages that I've cut down and just made that into a little matchbox book. So it just tucks in there. So as you can see, there's all sorts of different lace and everything throughout. So this time I've used the snippet, but I've used it as a side pocket, and it's just, I mean, you don't even have to have anything in there if you don't want to. It's a beautiful direct decoration on its own, I think. This was out of an old top that I'd found. So I just sort of cut that out of the lace top. So much fun, the snippets, they really are so much fun. So I've just made that into, as I said, a side pocket. And as you can tell, it's not straight, but I like that whole look. So I've just done a shipping tag where I have embossed it there. Used some flowers out of the kit and layered some cheesecloth underneath there, and a bit of trim. This is a bit of trim that actually was snipped off one of the snippets. So instead of throwing that out, I've just put that on as a tab on the top there. And just another journaling card. So these are all in the kit as well. So this is the second signature. I don't know whether I said 2 signatures. And all the base pages are fabric. So this is a pocket behind here, and this is a little envelope that I've made from another piece of one of the snippets that I made. So, and on the inside I've just put some journaling cards from the kit as well, all backed with coffee dyed paper and so on. And I've hand embroidered love letters there, and I've just added a little pearl to the bottom of that tie, and that just hangs out the bottom of the journal a little bit as well. So that's just another beautiful piece out of the kit. So this is a tag out of the kit, and what I did with this one was I had found these beautiful hat pins that I had, and I wanted to incorporate them somehow. So I got a little piece of felt that I cut down with some pinking shears, added a little bit of lace, and then I've just pinned them in there. So instead of a needle book, it's a needle tag, I guess you could say. And it protects, you know, if anyone's fiddling around with the tag, it protects them from being jabbed, because the sharp parts of the hat pins stick into the felt. And you can still write or add photos on there as well. So that's just a lovely little addition. I've actually hand stitched love letters, the word love letters there. So, and I actually didn't show you, I don't know whether you can see it, on the flowers. I've actually sewn some stamens and hand sewn some little French knots onto the flowers there as well. On this page here, I've just used 3/4 of an old doily, just some organza trim, and it's actually a side pocket as well. And I've used one of the beautiful little envelopes that I've embossed. It did tear a bit, so I've added some script washi tape there just to secure that again. And I've just made a little closure with these soft pink brads and some thread, and then it's just got some coffee dye paper for extra journaling. Pop that in there. So that just closes like that. If I can do it. Just pop that in there. This side I've just done a pocket, as you can see underneath. It's fabric pocket again, and it's all lined, so it's the same fabric, lined with the same fabric. And I've done 3 layers of lace. I've dyed some satin bias binding here, ironed it open and made a ruffle. There's another little hat pin in there and a little garment pin there with a pearl. And I've just made like a postcard, I guess, or a little decorative card out of another one of the snippets, which is crooked again. And then I've sewn one of the beautiful elements from Tina's kit on the back there as well. So this page here is a pocket. So in there I've just added one of the A5 pieces from the kit, and I've just sewn that coffee dye paper onto the back of that. So there's lots of space for journaling here and adding photos. There's plenty of room you can add, as you can see, plenty of room. You can add so much more. I just didn't want to bulk it up too much. This page is just got a beautiful dainty doily going over the 2 pages there. It's got that beautiful pink that matches so well with the kit. These are fabric. these little pockets of fabric, and then in here I've just put some coffee dye paper that I've made into journaling cards, so they act as a decorative element with the lace on the side, but then it's useful as well, so you can add photos or journaling there as well. I just thought this journal would be lovely for a very special birthday or celebration of some sort, so that you could have people, you know, add photos and add greetings or messages, or just a memory of a special event that's happened. Even a wedding journal would be lovely. So this is the other side. This is a pocket as well, and then I've just added also another element from the kit there. So this page is so the other side of with the 3 layers of lace, and in this pocket I've just embossed a coffee dyed envelope. Just put a little bit of a ruffle. This was just a tiny little piece I was going to throw out, and it's the same fabric as what's in the front cover. So instead of throwing it out, I just made a ruffle on the back of the envelope, and on the inside I've just put this is tea dyed with red tea and coffee. I mixed them together, just little imitation postcards there. So once again, journaling and add a photo maybe. So just pop that in there. And this, I had fun making this one. So this is a trifold tag, I guess you'd call it. So it's decorative as well as practical. So I've just put this little cameo on the front, and it's tied together with this beautiful silk ribbon. And on the back, when it's tied up, I should have shown you that first, it's just got this gorgeous little pearl buckle. Now it's all backed with coffee dye paper that I've scanned and printed a doily onto. I'll just open it this way for you. So these are the tags out of the kit, and I've hinged them all with script fabric, and then I can open it this way and add photos and journaling that way. So it was a little bit of fun to make. Whoops. And as I said, sorry, more thumbs now. I'll just show you. So this just closes up. I just put it in pretty much the center. So it's all secured down nicely, and then this just gets tied into a bow. It just pops in there. That one. This is just a little side tuck with a journaling card. The rest of that other doily, so that's the leftover of that doily. And this is one of the background pages that I've printed onto fabric, and I've just sewn into a ruffle on the side of the page there. So we have another side pocket from one of the snippets, and I've just added a pearl there as well. And on this inside this pocket, I've just added a card of some of the beautiful antique lace that I've used throughout, and just an embossed tag, shipping tag that I've sewn lace onto as well, so you can still write on that as well. So there's not a lot of pages in this book, but because of the fabric and all the layers of lace and doilies, etc., it's become quite thick. Once again, I never know where to stop, but as you can see, beautiful little memento. It does measure, let me just have a look, sorry. So it does measure approximately 6 3/4 wide by, if you count the lace, it's 10 inches, but the actual journal itself is probably about 9.5. So it's quite big, and the spine is about 1.5 to 2 inches wide. So as I said, that's using Tina's kit from Shabbydabbydoodah, and it is called Blossom Blush. Please pop over there, guys, and have a look. She has some beautiful kits. I really had trouble deciding which one I was going to use, but at that stage when I decided I was going to get in and do the design team project, this one really spoke to me, and I really had a feeling of wanting to do something with fabric. So this is, her beautiful kit has inspired me to make this fabric journal. So, and yeah, I think I already showed you this. This is a bit of one of the snippets that I have left over, so I'll use that in something else. So, yeah, had so much fun. I really struggled at first, but once you add all the lace and bits and pieces, it all seems to come together. So if you don't overthink it, that's the secret. So I hope you like the journal. I had so much fun putting it together. I think there will be a few more fabric journals in my midst. So thanks for watching, guys. Please pop over and see Tina's YouTube. Have a check out of Tina's YouTube channel and her Etsy store. And I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.